In the midst of a political transition that could shape the American judiciary for decades, discussions around judicial appointments have intensified, with President-elect Donald Trump preparing to take office. His plans to appoint judges who align with his conservative views have come under the spotlight, especially after President Joe Biden's veto on a bill aimed at expanding federal judicial seats. In a move that has stirred significant debate, President Joe Biden vetoed legislation that would have created new federal judgeships. This bill, which had bipartisan support, aimed to address the judiciary's increasing caseload by adding 66 new judges across the nation. However, Biden's decision was based on concerns about giving Trump additional opportunities to appoint judges, particularly after the November election. This decision has been criticized by some within the judiciary for potentially exacerbating delays in case resolutions, while others see it as a strategic move to limit the influence of a conservative-leaning administration on the courts. Donald Trump has made no secret of his intention to reshape the judiciary with judges who share his conservative judicial philosophy. During his first term, Trump managed to appoint a near-record number of judges, including 3 Supreme Court justices, significantly tilting the court's balance to the right. Now, with his second term on the horizon, Trump aims to continue this trend, potentially filling any judicial vacancies that open up during his presidency with like-minded jurists. His strategy is seen by supporters as a means to ensure long-lasting conservative influence on legal interpretations and policy implementation, particularly in areas like gun rights, abortion, and immigration. Long-term policy impact. Trump's judicial appointments could have profound effects on policy areas where the courts play a critical role, from environmental regulations to voting rights. His judges are expected to interpret the law in ways that align with his administration's priorities, potentially reversing or blocking progressive legislation. Judicial balance. Biden's veto on expanding judicial seats means that the current balance of the judiciary will not shift through sheer numbers. Instead, the focus will be on the ideological bent of new appointments, making each nomination a battleground. Senate confirmation. The role of the U.S. Senate in confirming these judges will be pivotal. With a potentially more conservative Senate, Trump's nominees might face less resistance, although Democratic senators could use procedural tactics like the filibuster where they still hold sway. Public and legal scrutiny. Each judicial nomination by Trump will be closely watched, with advocacy groups, legal scholars, and the public scrutinizing candidates for their judicial philosophy, past rulings, and potential influence on landmark cases. The debate around judicial appointments underlines a broader conversation about the role of the judiciary in American democracy. Critics of Trump's approach argue it's an attempt to politicize the judiciary further, undermining its independence. Supporters counter that every president seeks to appoint judges who reflect their judicial philosophy, emphasizing that the lifetime appointments of judges are a crucial part of a president's legacy. As Trump prepares to nominate judges once more, and with Biden's veto highlighting the contentious nature of judicial expansion, the judiciary remains at the heart of America's political discourse, poised to influence the nation's legal and political landscape for years to come.